In 1896, Ethiopia made history. Emperor Menelik II and his army shattered Italy's colonial ambitions at the Battle of Adwa, making Ethiopia the first African nation to defeat a European power. But Italy never forgot its humiliation. Nearly 40 years later, Benito Mussolini, now the fascist dictator of Italy, launched a brutal invasion, determined to rewrite history with blood and fire. As the world watched in silence, 2 African-American pilots refused to stand by. John C. Robinson, a disciplined hero and master mechanic, and Hubert Julian, a flamboyant daredevil with a flair for the impossible, risked everything to defend Ethiopia's freedom. One fought with skill, the other with spectacle, but both soared into history as warriors against injustice. This is their untold story. John Charles Robinson was born in 1903 in Carabel, Florida. From childhood, he dreamed of flight. As a young man, he showed exceptional talent as a mechanic, but was repeatedly denied admission to the prestigious Curtiss Wright School of Aviation simply because he was African American. Robinson refused to let prejudice clip his wings. Instead, he attended the Tuskegee Institute, mastering aviation mechanics and secretly learning to fly. He later opened his own aviation school, determined to teach others who faced racial barriers. His pioneering spirit earned him recognition as the father of the Tuskegee Airmen, long before they famously served in World War II. But Robinson's greatest adventure awaited him overseas, in a nation fighting for its very survival.
Near Italian Somaliland, Johnny the Ethiopian is going to war and saying goodbye. The fever of war is burning in Harar. Boys play with guns. The women offer to fight beside their men.
While Robinson was breaking barriers quietly, Hubert Julian was breaking them spectacularly. Born in Trinidad in 1897, Julian quickly earned fame after moving to New York City. At 19, he received his pilot's license, a remarkable feat for a young black man of his era. Julian quickly captivated the public with his aerial stunts, daring parachute jumps, and natural charisma. Known globally as the Black Eagle, he wasn't just a pilot. He was an innovator who experimented with aviation safety equipment, even reportedly developing early versions of parachute-related inventions. But fame alone wasn't enough. Julian felt drawn to Ethiopia's crisis, determined to use his celebrity and skills for something far greater than himself.
Force ordered to the front, a handful of planes like this, to face modern air power. They're loading up with munitions and automatic rifles. The Ethiopian Air Force is not to fight sky battles with the Italian squadrons. It's only for communications and transport, to keep contact with the front lines like this. Of fighting men to defend his frontiers. Movie Tone has already shown us the Ethiopians swarming north to Eritrea and the massing of Mussolini's legions in Eritrea. And now the tribesmen are hurrying south towards Somaliland. We go by railroad across the Iwash River to Harar, the southern war capital.
When Mussolini invaded Ethiopia in 1935, Emperor Haile Selassie issued a desperate call for international aid.
He defends his country's cause, calls upon the world to stop the war, and declares that Ethiopia is firmly for peace.
Le peuple éthiopien est fermement attaché à la paix, mais il est en même temps...
A nation praying for peace, but ready to fight to the last.
Robinson and Julian both answered separately, each driven by the powerful belief in freedom and resistance against oppression. Robinson's disciplined and methodical approach immediately impressed Ethiopian leaders. He quickly established Ethiopia's first organized air force, training local pilots and repairing aircraft under challenging conditions. Ethiopians honored him as the Brown Condor, a quiet but courageous hero. Julian's entrance was, unsurprisingly, unforgettable. He crash-landed his aircraft during his first demonstration in front of Haile Selassie himself. Yet, despite his flamboyant missteps, Julian's fame attracted international attention, bringing crucial awareness and resources to Ethiopia's cause.
After 9 months' service in Abyssinia, Colonel Julian is passing through London on his way to the United States.
I have just returned from Ethiopia, where I was chief instructor in the Emperor's army. Because of my knowledge of the condition there, I appeal to the world to assist in the settlement of this conflict between Italy and Ethiopia without causing a war between the great nations of the world.
Robinson and Julian were vastly different, one disciplined and strategic, the other bold and daring. But both men's contributions proved invaluable. Robinson ensured the Ethiopian Air Force operated effectively, while Julian kept global attention focused on Ethiopia's plight. They represented two sides of heroism, quiet resilience and bold spectacle, united by a shared cause. Though Mussolini's forces eventually overwhelmed Ethiopia, Robinson and Julian's actions left enduring legacies. Returning home, Robinson continued his pioneering work in aviation, tirelessly promoting opportunities for African Americans. His visionary leadership inspired generations, laying the groundwork for the renowned Tuskegee Airmen. He tragically died in a plane crash in 1954, but his legacy remains unmatched in aviation history. Julian continued a life of adventure, traveling the globe, inventing aviation safety equipment, and mentoring future pilots. He passed away in 1983, remembered as an audacious pioneer whose larger-than-life personality challenged racial barriers everywhere he went. John C. Robinson and Hubert Julian remind us that heroes come in many forms. Quiet courage or daring spectacle, both can change history. Their extraordinary journey continues to inspire us to stand against injustice and fight for freedom wherever it's threatened. If you're inspired by Robinson and Julian's incredible story, hit like, share this video, and subscribe for more powerful hidden histories. Comment below which hero inspired you the most, Robinson's disciplined strength or Julian's fearless spirit. Thanks for watching. Let's keep history alive together. Also, if you know someone in the military who likes this video, please share it with them.